They say that you haven't experienced Hue until you've seen it in the rain. I think I've seen quite a bit of Hue in that case. Hue isn't the first city that comes to mind when you think about Vietnam, but it used to be very important. This was the capital of Vietnam between 1802 and 1945, and it's still a very popular tourist destination. There's a lot to see here: the Imperial Citadel, the Perfume River, and lots of historically important pagodas and mausoleums. The problem is that the rain has been pouring down the entire day. I had a full day of activities planned and I was gonna check out some really interesting places, but there's nothing to do about the rain. I'm gonna check out some places at least anyway. Hue has been called the most walkable city in Vietnam. That might be true when the rain is not pouring down the entire day. But there's something else here that I find extra fascinating. This may look like a Vietnamese beer, but it's actually a Danish beer that's brewed here in Vietnam. Hue is a famous beer brand from Hue, but it's actually a subsidiary of Carlsberg. The name is a portmanteau of the word Hue and Danish to create Huda. So here I am, a Swede, drinking a Vietnamese beer brewed with the help of the Danish. Isn't this multicultural? Cheers to that. To be honest, the beer isn't all that special, but I'm afraid to say that out loud. Now I'm gonna try a local specialty from Hue called MONSOON. Sorry for the pronunciation, I did my best. This is a noodle dish with pork and vegetables. It's not very spicy, and you can taste a lot of the sauce I poured on. I think there's sesame oil in it. The sesame oil gives it a very peculiar flavor. Very Asian, if I'm allowed to say that. The noodles are soft and fluffy, and it's a great texture with the nuts mixed in it as well. Nom nom nom, I'm happy. They say that taking a walk along the Perfume River is a must in Hue, but I have to say that taking a dragon boat is pretty good too. I wasn't really planning on taking a dragon boat cruise on the Perfume River, but the lady managed to convince me. So 300,000 dong for a trip to the Thien Mu Pagoda, to the Imperial Citadel, and then back to where I came from. Along the Perfume River, you find a very famous site of Hue, the Thien Mu Pagoda. The name means the Heaven Fairy Lady Pagoda. It's a bit of a mouthful, but the pagoda itself is a marvel to see. The Thien Mu Pagoda was built in 1601, and the tower in the middle of the pagoda was built in 1884. It's become the unofficial symbol of Hue, and it's a very well-visited tourist attraction. But this isn't just a beautiful place. This is also where the monk Quang Duc self-immolated in 1963 as a protest during the Buddhist crisis. The car that Quang Duc drove to his self-immolation is still kept here inside the pagoda as a memory for everyone to see. I'm trying to find which boat is mine. They literally all look the same. The Imperial City of Hue is also called the Citadel of Hue or just the Imperial Citadel. Regardless of the name, it's an impressive place to visit. Hue was the capital of Vietnam during the Nguyen dynasty, and they had the Imperial City constructed at the beginning of their reign in 1803. Speaking of names, the Imperial City is also called the Purple Forbidden City, but it's not all referring to the same place. If I understand it all correctly, the Imperial City is the outer citadel that borders the Perfume River. Inside the Imperial City is an inner citadel, so it's a citadel inside the citadel. And in the middle of that inner citadel, you find the Purple Forbidden City. The Purple Forbidden City serves the same purpose as the Forbidden City in Beijing. It's the area that's restricted to only the imperial family. Or was, I should say. This is obviously not a place where people live any longer. And there's not a dynasty either for that matter. Either way, it's an impressive place to see, even if it's raining cats and dogs right now when I'm visiting. Lucky there's some roof here. A cyclo back to your hotel in the middle of a pouring rain. That's gonna cost you 100,000 dongs, but that's so worth it. The Perfume River that flows through Hue is around 80 kilometers long, and it gets its name because it flows through many forests of aromatic plants before it gets here. To be honest, before I got here, I thought it was a tongue-in-cheek name, like it was gonna smell of sewage or something and people named it the Perfume River ironically. But no, it's just a very pleasant river to walk along, even though I can't really smell any perfume at all here. And just like in all big cities, there's a lot of nightlife as well in Hue. Karaoke seems to be very popular for one thing. There's a lot of people out enjoying themselves, having dinner, having a few beers, but not that many tourists. The few tourists I've seen have all been trying to get away from the rain, hurrying back to their hotel. Now it's time for me to find something to eat and maybe have a couple of beers as well, but hopefully something better than Huda. I hope you enjoyed this very quick and very rainy look at Hue, the former imperial capital of Vietnam. Like and subscribe, but most importantly, have a great day. Now check out this video as well for more cool stuff about Vietnam, this time with less rain.